I absolutely love the story of the Magi who followed the star that led them to Jesus. Magi from the east followed a bright star that led them to the little town of Bethlehem, and there they found the newborn Messiah, newly born into this world, but not from this world. He was from a brighter world than this one. And because of the bright star, the Magi studied and followed. The Magi recognized the holiness of the newborn Jesus, so they gave him 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and they worshipped him. Now, almost everyone knows this story, the story of the Magi who followed the Star of Bethlehem that led them to the newborn Jesus. Almost everyone knows the story of the Magi and the Star of Bethlehem, but there is a very important part of this story that a lot of people don't know. The Star of Bethlehem did not guide the Magi all the way to Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem did not lead the Magi all the way to Bethlehem. Matthew's Gospel makes it clear that when the Magi were in Jerusalem, there was a period of time where the Magi stopped following the star. When the Magi were in Jerusalem, instead of being continually guided by the star, the Magi decided to seek guidance from King Herod. And horrible things happened when the Magi sought guidance from King Herod. If you don't know the full story, I encourage you to look at the full story in Matthew chapter 2. But here's the short version. The Magi made King Herod aware of a newborn Messiah, a newborn king born in his region. And King Herod saw this newborn king as a threat to his power. So Herod ends up killing every infant child in Bethlehem to eliminate any threat to his power. And the heartbreaking thing is that Herod would not have killed any of the infant children in Bethlehem had the Magi not made King Herod aware of a newborn king born in his region. The heartbreaking thing is that when the Magi left King Herod, they saw the star, and the star guided them to Bethlehem, to exactly where Jesus was. So the Magi did not need to seek help from King Herod. Theoretically, the death of the infant children in Bethlehem could have been entirely avoided, theoretically. Why am I telling you the story? Because it's Christmas and it's coming to the new year. And I believe, just as the Magi were guided by the star towards Jesus, God is guiding you towards Jesus. Specifically, God is guiding you towards his plans and purposes for your life. My prayer is that God will guide you towards his plans and purposes for your life, which will build the light of Jesus in your life. You will feel a fire in your heart and soul as you follow God's plans and purposes for your life. And God will use that fire, he will use your life to be a light in this world that points people towards Jesus Christ. And as you follow God's plans and purposes for your life, my prayer is that you do not seek guidance from someone else like the Magi did. My prayer is that you do not seek guidance from the wrong person like the Magi did. You may not be dealing with someone as horrible as King Herod. You may not be dealing with someone who's going to do something as horrible as kill all the infant children in Bethlehem, but we all know people can be horrible. So just as King Herod saw the presence of the newborn Jesus, the newborn king born in his region, as a threat to his power, you are going to have to deal with people who see the presence of Jesus working in your life, the power of Jesus working in your life, as a threat. It's almost like they have a fear that God's plans and purposes for your life are better than God's plans and purposes for their life. And it's so sad, because God has made it so clear that he is not a respecter of persons. He has no favorites.